Gonna be DGK first up with his big old Aqua Bunny versus Atomic. The Fury Warrior immediately popping a trinket as it's gonna be DGK under a ton of pressure. The man got a grippy hand and he's trying to rotate every defensive. He's just getting absolutely mauled down by the Fury Warrior. As soon as the army of the undeads is spawning in, Atomic doesn't want to have to do nothing with it, although DGK is at no help whatsoever. Does he actually want to be close in combat like this? He's in execute range and down he goes. Atomic was just able to separate away from the army of the undeads with flavor. Not gonna let him out of his sight. Subtle Spear almost catching him, but not quite there. It's gonna go for a big old play storm, but Atomic popping out defenses, trying to see if he can survive it. Gonna be immediate disarm by Flavor. As Atomic just trying to see if he can back away, hit a Flavor with a bit of a slow, intimidating war. Gonna go for a Stormbolt, got himself a little bit of opportunity to go for a bit of damage, but Flavor got plenty of damage of his own. Parry up really early. Is Atomic backing up out of there entirely. Does not really want to fight Flavor for the time being. Just kind of want to chill, take it easy for a moment or two. Gonna be getting the Stormbolt. Flavor finally able to get himself some damage. Gonna go to the battle stance with a Warbreaker. Potentially could get through the defenses of Atomic as the Fury Warrior is in a bit of trouble. Trying to go for as much healing as he can. I think a Battle Master Trinket has been used. Stormbolt to follow. Trying to get aggressive as well, but he knows he can't really stay and hang around with Flavor for too long. He does need to get away. Flavor has a Stormbolt at the ready. He wants to go for some damage. Stormbolt gonna deny him Atomic any kind of healing whatsoever. Got himself the Sharper Blade. Big leap by the Fury Warrior. Does some arms follow? He does. Atomic with a Stormbolt trying to make some damage happen. Gonna be a trick out of Flavor with a Blazer to follow. Atomic does not want to be next to a Blazer if he can help it. Does something to follow. Deny him any ability to do damage or go for any kind of healing. And Atomic finally getting a hang of his weapons again. Does he have impending victory? He needs something to heal right now. His health is in jeopardy. Could be in a bad spot. Doesn't survive this whatsoever. Trying to see if he can get quite a bit of damage back to Flavor, but he couldn't quite do it. Couldn't really get the back-to-back Bloodthirst or the impending victory to help him escape the clutches of an Arms Warrior. Flavor immediately sitting down, picking up a bit of food with the second one, helping him catch up a little bit of healing. Getting a shot by the Rogue, trying to see if he can make a play potentially. Does he get to do it here? Get a Flavor pretty close to low, but it's going to be a big Stormbolt to follow after. Still more breakers on him. Disarm onto the Rogue. Could go for disarm on the Warrior as well if they wanted to. A big charge by the Warrior does get in with a disarm. Doesn't Thadia have the damage they need? Roll the bones, decent buff, crit buff, not the best, but it is going to be maybe good enough. Trinket out of Flavor, does some battle stance, going to be able to Zerker Rage out of the Gouge, charge towards Lithania, but they got that sprint with maneuverability, so unable to really be rooted by the Warriors re-engaged. Leap it away as the Warrior trying to see if he can back up out of there. As the Stormbolt come back up, as Lithania may be in a bit of trouble. Warbreaker to follow, no X. Oh my god, no chain death, and the Warrior does turn around on the Rogue, leaping away, letting him close the gap, waiting until the Stormbolt is ready. Trying to see if he can make a play off of it. Light Messiah going to be up next. Immediate blind on his Flavor. Does he break the blind? Does he have a stun to follow? Does have a stun? I think it's going to be over for the Warrior. Nothing he can do as he just get absolutely hammered down by the Paladin. Gonna be big stone onto Dominator, maybe enough damage. That's gonna be the Paladin trying to see if he can ramp up a little bit, freeze the trap on top of him immediately. As Dominator trying to see if he can make sure there's a bit of range between the two. Light Messiah does have a decent line of sight, so he can maybe dodge away from Dominator. He does need to make sure he has a line of sight over Light Messiah at all times. There's gonna be Death Shock on top of it, trying to see if he can maximize the damage. The Pet's able to swing around the back of Light Messiah, avoiding any defenses whatsoever. That's gonna be a what's it called? I was gonna say lasso, but that's not a lasso. Binding shot, that's the one. I almost never see you guys use it in PvP, only sometimes. Most people just use a stun, like proper stun and go. Blood into the best line though is gonna go down as Dominator just kept trucking the damage, bypassing the bubble, and just kept the pets doing damage to the Paladin the entire time. Gonna be his pets getting dotted up as Shilpo's trying to see if he can close the gap versus the Hunter. Interchain device immediately got himself the big defensive with survival of the fittest. May not be enough. The 20% damage reduction doesn't have a turtle unless he can maybe get away from all the pets. That's gonna be him just right back there with the army of the undead. He does have the pets on chill pills, but there's nothing he can do about it. Battle Master Trinket taken out very early on. And Chicago is gonna be up next, trying to see if he can catch up to chill pills. Slowed down entirely. This one Chilpas, I think, was supposed to leave the Shaman with as many pets as possible whenever the cooldown for those things is available again. Big early blast by the Shaman, just absolutely blasted the Chilpas defenses. This is where the Death decided, you know what, maybe I just go full defense while doing offense, rotating AMS, potentially IBF, maybe even death pack, and try to see if he can crack through Chicago's defenses. That is going to be a big wall available. Chicago's next Hail Blast could be quite deadly. Chilpa's rotating into a silence on top of it as he has himself the IBF, could potentially go for death pact as well. Looks like his health is a-okay. One big Chicago could be maybe being really deadly, and that's going to be massive. Where the Shaman is a proc, and it's massive. Hail Blast of the Chilpas. Does he have a flame shock on him? Looks like he's barely surviving. Does not have any ways to heal this whatsoever until the death pack falls off, but the Pets just mauls Chicago. He wasn't even there. Are you kidding me? He wasn't even present. He just left him with the Pets and let him do work. I was looking at Chilpa's health the entire time. It looks like Roth was to give him as much of an honor duel, just let him get polyed. At least let him catch up on full health. Using the Pet as a primer to get himself their Arcane Surge damage. He's gonna go for the Ice Block, really ballsy move, but he's trying to see if he can just blast out Chilpas immediately. No interrupt for Chilled. That's gonna be Rob trying to go for a Dark Art Ritual to cleanse himself off of the silence. Got Chilpas on the ropes, Ring of Fire around the corner as the Death Knight is just pressured behind the pillar. Unless the Death Knight could go for a full army playstyle and just let the army waddle over there to Roth and just blast him out all on their own, I don't know what much he could really do. He does spawn in the A-bomb, and Rob just backing up away from it immediately. I think it's what Chilpas needs to find a way just to CC Rob for just a second. Is going to go for a Fire Blast or a Knockback maybe onto that Pet. And Chilpas trying to see if he can get the army of the undeads rolling in. Gonna be the Breath as he's trying to get himself the Grippy Hand. Maybe the Grippy Hand gets him close enough. The army of the undead does join in. Does he have the Gargoyle to follow? If he does have the Valkyrie, he should definitely use it. All the time available for Rob as he's trying to see if he can blast the Chilpas. AMS available. Just kind of let the Pets do all the work. And the Pets actually do quite a bit. But the whole time letting him get back all that health, the army of the undeads is slowly skulking over towards Rob. They're gonna do quite a bit of damage. The Magus is getting a lot of value. The Mangle is still on him the entire time. Chilpas does activate himself a death pack for last second. Just try to see if he can survive this. Rob sitting down for some food immediately. I think at this point the Gargoyle, the Valkyrie might be in play. It's going to be AMS for just a second. Stun onto Rob. Does go for a blink. Silence to follow. The Arcade Mage is kind of limited what he can do. Gargoyle join in with the Valkyrie Breath onto Chilled. It's at no hold whatsoever. He just needs one big barrage or maybe a big Arcade Surge and you'll have him. It's just going to go barraging the main Pet. Valkyrie is attacking Rob. It is going to add a little bit extra sustain damage. As Chills does go in for a bit of a death pack, barely able to heal at this point. Just give himself a little bit of borrowed health, but that's really about it. But so far, this Pet build, this Pet slow playstyle is actually paying the dividends. Rob is at no health whatsoever. Could he just go down to the Pets? Hold on a second. Could he just die to the Pets? He's at no health. He's going to get Ice Block in a bit here. He's going to go for a bit of damage either way, though. Trying to see if he can maximize the touch of the magic. Big damage with Chilled. That's himself the Grippy Hand. Is going to be able to grip the Mage back in. Arcane, what the hell? Wait, hold on. You can win. Chilled. No way. Are you kidding me? Oh my god. He played him out with a pen build, dude. Oh my. I'm never doing that class again at more than 80% damn. Yeah, I mean, with all those pets, AMS, silence, blind. He basically, anytime he's fighting you, he always has the defensive to rotate.